What? What happened? Hey, it's me. Sorry. I had to step away.
Did we finish the...
No, we didn't. No, we didn't finish. We were in the middle of talking about, we were talking about music and stuff, and then we took a break, and then you fell asleep, and that was 6 days ago.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I know.
What are we doing?
Well-
What about the thing?
Well, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I think maybe it's too much. I think it's unrealistic. I think, in a perfect world, if this is all I was getting paid to do, maybe I could do it weekly. But honestly, it's too exhausting. It's too much work, too much on my plate. I think that it might be better if I think we're gonna have to be a bi-weekly show now.
What?
I know.
Oh my gosh!
Calm down.
Oh,
I know.
that's a great idea.
Is that positivity, Bex? Okay. Listen, no, look.
What,
This
so
is
we don't
just
care
something
about
that
the
we have to accept.
science?
We just have to accept it. We're bi now. So, with that out of the way, we shot enough of the music thing that I think that that's still useful. But maybe we could do, the follow-up stuff like this, because I'm very busy. I have a lot of stuff I got to do today.
Okay, well, we should do the intro. Who are we?
Who are we? We are Bex,
What are we doing?
an introspective self-observation study.
Why?
Partially, it's for science. It's for science. I'm trying to do it for science. Unclear if it's useful for that.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. I had therapy this morning and it was not great. I've spent all last week arguing with people online about whether or not people deserve to starve next month with SNAP benefits being taken away, and just lots of hatred, lots of horrible things, and I'm very angry about the world. I'm very angry about injustice, and I'm really feeling it. I'm really just feeling all of it. And my therapist, and it kind of just feels like everyone, not many people in my life are getting it. They're not getting why I'm mad. They're not understanding. It feels like people think that I'm just doing this to myself, that I'm getting myself all worked up over nothing. When there's harmful things happening, there's harmful rhetoric, there's dangerous ideas being spread, and there's atrocities being committed, there's horrible things happening in the world, and no one cares. And I react to it, and people judge me for it. How could you possibly judge me, for reacting to something so horrible?
Who's judging you?
I don't know. My mom, maybe. Not judging me.
Do you think that there's value in this anger?
Of course there is. I think that's why I'm so mad. And people say, oh, this is not an effective way to communicate your point, I don't care. I don't care if you get mad at me. If you're mad because if you need me to change my tone for you to listen to me when I tell you that children are going to starve, for you to listen to me when I tell you that trans people are in danger, that a lot of people are in danger, if you need me to cool it for you to hear that, then that's a you problem. That's a you problem. You should already be angry. You should be just as mad as I am. And if you're not, you should have some kind of emotion about it. And just because mine is anger does not make my point any less valid. Would you not agree?
Is it possible that through all of this toxic positivity sounding stuff that maybe they have a point, that you're not communicating effectively?
Maybe, but I honestly just don't care. I don't care. Right now, right this second, I don't give a shit. I don't care if I'm not communicating effectively. I don't care if I'm a little scary. I don't care. People are gonna die. People are gonna die, and that bothers me. I am so sorry that I'm bothered by that. I will try to communicate those feelings more calmly. Would that help you?
You look really pretty in the sunlight.
No, you know what? Because here's the thing. I'm mad. I'm mad because I should be. I'm mad because I woke up to how absolutely horrible the world is, to how absolutely unfair everything is by design. And I'm mad. I'm mad because there is just so much needless suffering. And someone should be mad about that. And if it's not me, then who is? Obviously not anyone that's important. I'm not important. Maybe that's why I'm so mad about it. Maybe that's just the cosmic joke. That's how the universe designed it. Only people who have no power can be mad about atrocities. But people who can actually do something about it, people who have so much money, that they could fix all of it overnight, but they don't, because they don't care, because they're not mad. So maybe I just need to be mad. Maybe I just need to be mad, and maybe sometimes I need to be mad publicly. And maybe that's okay. I don't see why it's such a big deal for me to be mad.
Yeah, no, I think that's completely reasonable.
Thank you. God, you are really paying off. I'm glad I brought you onto the show.
So, Bex, what are you gonna do with all these feelings?
I don't know. Right now I'm trying to feel them. I'm trying to feel the feelings and allow them. I'm trying to give them space and allow them to tell me something. And I think that that's a really reasonable thing for me to do. Ooh, I'm going to utilize this one shadow right there. That's good. I think that a great step is to maybe just to take a little off my plate emotionally, and I think that's part of the whole doing this, changing this to bi-weekly, because maybe that's just what needs to happen. Maybe I just need to have a little more space in my life and less, maybe if I was just less busy, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know what, maybe I need to take a mental health day. Maybe I just need to go for a walk or something, clear my head. Why don't you just have Positivity Bex sit in for me today? Do the follow-up with her, and I'll see you guys later,
what?
All right?
Wait,
Have
okay,
a
wait.
good one.
No, what? Oh, yay! This is gonna be great! Oh, I'm gonna be a host.
I think this is going to be really good for us. You know what? Why don't we just watch the video, and then we don't have to talk to each other. Are you gifted? No. Maybe, yeah. Yes. But not in the way I used to think I was. I used to want to be gifted in music. I used to want, to be fully recognized as undeniably talented and as a musician and a musical genius. But I don't really
not really sure that I need it. But then I realized that. But then something happened where I realized that I wasn't really ever that musically talented. I'm just kind of I'm not. But then I realized that I'm not all that particularly musically gifted. I'm just creatively gifted. I'm decent enough at most things. I'm smart and I'm intuitive and I'm quick and I can pick up things really fast. Oh wow. So this is Adventure Now 2. But this is the good one because it's got all the good stuff from like. Yeah, it's got real instruments. This is the first thing I ever recorded live with friends. I was really trying something here. You know, I was really trying to prove myself as an orchestrator back then. I think that was like, it's like the whole goal, you know? Oh. We got there. That's nice. And then I think it goes into like. Oh, it's like a sad theme and then yeah. So, you know, it was good stuff. I was making some fun things. You know. Orchestra of Death, of course, is a famous one. This is the one. This is, I'm just pointing at people in the room when to play. Or no, everyone's closed their eyes, and I was walking around and touching them. I was tapping them on the shoulder when I wanted them to play something. And then this sort of happened. And this is when I was doing Oh, this is cool. Oh. I don't remember none of that, but that was sick. I'm just opening this up. I was really into that, like, I don't know what. This just says it's a flat 13th chord. This one was cool because, you know, it was like my first kind of, it's like my first score, you know, I think. And besides Adventure Now, I guess. So are we just going to kind of go through all your music? Is that... Oh, yeah. So basically, you know, I started scoring because of my brother, Seth. He asked me to do music. I don't remember if he asked me or I volunteered. I don't remember. I started playing bass because of School of Rock. And then I think like shortly after that I started learning other instruments. And then I started scoring for Seth. Good stuff. So I started scoring for Seth stuff, which is like all this crap that I'm playing, and then it went into you know, and then I started getting, after Plot Device, I started getting like other jobs. I got some stuff. I did some stuff, some music.
Awkward, need to learn how to behave. 2 words to sum up, my face would be no shade. Except
so basically the story behind this song was Matt and I thought, we saw Thrift Shop when it was like, it had some views, but it had not exploded the way it had. We saw that video. We were like, we got to do this. Like, we need to emulate this. We loved it. In retrospect, I think we were just excited that like that white people could, I don't know. I think we were just excited because like we saw a white guy who looks kind of weird like us doing rap, and it validated us maybe. I don't know. So yeah, we tried to do the Thrift Shop thing, and then like right after we did this song, Thrift Shop exploded. And so like there really wasn't any denying at that point what we were doing and why. Romance Now, this is a good one. This is like it was like a spinoff of Adventure Now. And me and Jake Finch and Dylan Jones did some really cool stuff in it. And like, I want your romance now. I want your romance now. I want your romance now. I want your romance. Please, just your romance now. I want your romance now. That's nice bass.
That was nice.
That's good
Oh,
bass.
yeah.
Really
I
good.
liked it.
Anyway, titles. And this was my era when I was like really into this kind of sci-fi stuff. Light. Yeah, very much. That's a lot of good details in that mix and stuff. That's really nice. The tempo was cool, and this is definitely during my like little Chiquino era. People used to call me that because I pretty shamelessly ripped him off. That's kind of been my whole thing through my career. Is that as I've realized that I'm really not all that good at music. What I'm good at is ripping off. Like I can make stuff that sounds like what other people write, and then occasionally, very occasionally, I'm able to, and occasionally only. Very rarely, I have been able to take that inspiration and do my own thing with it. But oftentimes, I really do. I have to fall back on like what they did because it's better, and I can't think of anything else to do. So, I got the name Little Giacchino because I ripped him off a lot. But also, the reason why I love Giacchino so much, why I loved him then and why I love him now, is that, you know, I was watching Lost. My partner and I have been rewatching Lost recently, and the music, like, I remembered what I felt when I first watched it, which is like, this is exactly how I would do this music. You know, I knew when I was pretty little, like, I thought film music was cool, and like, I didn't know if I was really going to do it, but it was like something I paid attention to. And when I watched Lost, like, when I watched that the first time, that my little brain, I don't know how old I was, but my young brain was like, this is exactly how I would do this, and I want to know more. And then I realized that the composer is the guy who did Jurassic Rampage and Medal of Honor, which were video games that I loved, and that was one of the first scores in video games that I like really paid attention to, was Medal of Honor. And I was already a fan of Giacchino before I even watched Lost. And so when I watched, you know, I think we're like kindred spirits, Giacchino and I, which is why it's interesting to see him. He's now like directing things, and he like made a whole film, because that's kind of what I'm doing too. Why can't I go to the artist page? Oh yeah, hell yeah, brother. Here we go. So this actually I can go through all of this stuff. You know what? Okay, here's a good one. This is Bear Mixes Volume 2. This is the music of Michael Giacchino remixed, and I did this while hanging out with a friend. I was watching my friend Cameron just sort of like edit, I guess, and I was just hanging out with him. So like, this is literally Medal of Honor, and I think I just remixed it. Let's look at Volume 1. I feel like there was one, Imperial Mosh. Wow, that was just so bad. Mad Ben? I like this. I don't know how much of this I did or how much of this is already in the track. Not bad. I can see this going into like later stuff that I did. I did very similar things like this in future scores. Oh, that's a sexy note. God, jazz fucking rules. I remember this one being like really good And we really don't talk about John Barry's Goldfinger enough. Like, that's so good. Well, that was great. You know why? Because I didn't write it. There's a bunch of like random ones, like checkout line. This was really, there's a lot of like these formative ones as we go through where like, this is what year is this? 2013. So like I was doing a lot of work from like 2013 up. I was doing a lot of stuff. And like, this is a really good, you know, like formative stuff. Andrew Yance, the Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky, what is it? Western Kentucky, the Western Kentucky years. This is, these were just like these little shorts from like a bunch of college students, and I was able to use those to hone in these kind of skills with like different styles and different, like, doing like indie music stuff and like romance. So this is good stuff. It's good stuff.
Who doesn't love synth?
Really nice. Yeah, that's 2013. Doing it. That was also Tempo. Doing then Spy vs. Guy, kind of like the next big one. Leaky Timbers. Oh God. Yeah. I love that theme so much.
You wrote that?
And it is a shameless ripoff of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Are you serious?
Now, do I think that the fact that I shamelessly ripped off something else negates the joy that this, created? No, I don't think so. I think this score is phenomenal. And if I heard this score with, especially with all the puppets and all the fun stuff in it, I wouldn't think, oh, that's a ripoff of Imaginary Friends. I would think, wow, that's phenomenal. It's so much fun. And so I try to remind myself of that, but it's nice, honestly. This is what I'm talking about, though, when I talk about, like, when I say it's hard to talk about my music, my career, my past, because I just don't feel like I don't feel like I ever really wrote anything all that original. Everything I've ever written, I heard someone else do. And it feels wrong. Even though I know, like, that's how literally all music is written. Like, so then we get into some cool stuff like Dead House. This is where I really got into my experimental phase. You know, I did this score. I think I did this score almost entirely of like manipulating weird things in my. This was when I was writing in basically out of garage. My office was our garage, and I was experimenting with all kinds of crazy stuff. And I think this whole score is just like pipes and like stuff I bought from Home Depot, and then like I have this what are those things called? You know, there's like it's like a touchpad. Matt Bellamy put one in his guitar. You know what I'm talking about? It's whatever. Anyway, how do we not remember what that is? So I could touch it and I could make it do all these crazy weird sounds, and that's how I made this. A lot of the stuff that I wrote this one. Oh, that's nice. A lot of the score I wrote with broken synths and stuff that's not. Most of this score is stuff that is not working properly, is not working as intended. That's cool. I think there's a cool beat in here. So then my friend Tommy's short comes along, Doggone, which is a wonderful short that I'm also acting in as well. Still looking to make that career happen. And so yeah, this short came along and it was really great, and I there was so much promise after this score. I remember like I had meetings going on, and people were listening to this and they were like, wow, oh my gosh, you could really, you're going places, kid, you know. And it was just such bullshit. Every bit of it was just such garbage. And yeah, so I started doing there's so many. We haven't even gotten into the. Oh my god. Okay. So then I guess the next would be pizza time. Went back to synths, but in a different way. I think a much more cinematic approach to synths, but also kind of an arcade style. I remember when I first talked to Ryan Polly about this score, I really wanted to put saxophone in it, like, badly. I was like determined. I was determined to get saxophone in this one. Good stuff. I won't go through all of my scores like this, but every track, but there's some really good stuff in these. So, okay. This one's a pretty gut-wrenching track. This is a bird whose name escapes me this moment. This track is called The Violence of Silence. And the idea is this bird that you're hearing right now is extinct. This is the last recording. And it's not only the last recording, it's the last recording of the last bird alive. And it's calling out for a mate that doesn't exist anymore. This is just it singing to no one. there's something about birdsong. You could make the argument that they were the original music, right? They were the first people to do it. And the birds have this way of singing that is like atonal but tonal. It has this kind of like, I don't know, birds and their melodies, they swing off of notes and they bend things and they fly up and down pitch-wise in a way that we just can't really do, and we don't really have instruments that do it that way. And I would absolutely do a whole symphony that's just scoring along to birds. I think that would be awesome. Chime off in the comments if you want me to do that. How does it feel listening to that? It's beautiful. It is. It's beautiful. But, I didn't really write that. I mean, that's just a bird singing, But it's a really nice, it's a nice arrangement. Honorable mention, the first score that I ever did as Bex. After I transitioned, this is the first score. Matt Black posted something about finishing the sound or needing a sound mixer for this short called Stalled, and I immediately was like, I want to do that. And I also want to do the music. Do you need music? And he was like, oh my gosh, really? Yeah, I'd love to do that. That'd be crazy. You should absolutely do that. So then I scored it, and I did the whole thing with mostly sounds that I recorded in a bathroom in my friend Tommy's work. And it's the first time that I used the PVC pipe. And all the synths here are me singing through the PVC pipe, and then I affected it later, including this. Even the bass. Yeah, it's all just affected. Everything is just affected PVC pipe. So this is one of the first scores that I can confidently claim I'm doing something totally original. Yeah, it's very cinematic and it sounds reminiscent of scores, but I can honestly say this score and what year is this? 2022. It's 2022. of like 12 years into my career, I finally got pretty decent right here. Did some other stuff, and then I did Xmas 2049, which is a Christmas album, so I won't subject you. Then I did Xmas 2049, which was a Christmas album, so I won't subject you to that now. But maybe we'll listen through it around Christmas. How about that? We save it for Christmas? That sounds good, right? I don't know. The rest of these are all great. I do kind of want to do one honorable mention, which is Death is Dumb. This is such a good track, and this is Ian Verdugo, another Texas boy, and he did this wonderful, darling little short about death, and literally the character of death, grappling with death. So I wrote a song that is dedicated to death and how it's dumb, but it reminds us what it's like to be alive. You know? And this is the most I've ever featured. And it's all just it's the bass melodeon. It's like a melodica. And it's just really man, if you ever doubt yourself, just go back and look at all the crap you've done. Oh, god damn it. That's so good. This is another thing. Of course, I could get famous with this kind of music if I was hot. Because if you're hot, you can do anything. You can do anything you want. I'm not hot. I'm talented. But look where that's gotten me. 904 monthly listeners. Big fucking deal. I think one day I will have a better... I'd be able to wrap my head around this era of my career more. But like many people in this industry, I really am unsure. I really am very uncertain about the future and whether or not I'm going to be doing this much longer or in the future at all. Yeah. What if you just stop thinking so hard about all this? And just made music when and if it feels right. That's not bad. What are you? Positivity Bex? Who's this? Positivity Bex?
Maybe.
Wow.
Am I?
I mean,
Am I?
yeah, that's a good point. Why? I mean, what if I did that?
What if you did that?
What if I did that?
What if she did that?
But what if I did that? Should I do that?